Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now, this is going to be a very controversial video, and rightly so. I did say around a month ago that the DCEU was ruined, and I think I made some valid points, but now, this video will contradict that. Now, before those of you who disagree with my new statement, please hear me out, because I think by the end, you will at least understand where I am coming from. So today, Dwayne Johnson posted this 60-second clip promoting the new DC films coming out in 2022. And I have to be honest, this did make me excited to see them. I can't lie through gritted teeth and say that this looks awful and that Snyder would have made this look so much better, because I don't think that. Yes, I think Snyder's films currently are the strongest within the DCEU. And yes, I do want him to return to complete his DC story with Justice League 2 and 3. But at the end of the day, I am a DC fan, and this teaser for the new DC films has got me excited to see what happens in the future. I see the Batman in its own section because that is completely Matt Reeves' story, which I think looks great and he has full control, so I was never really worried about that. But Black Adam looks awesome, and so does Aquaman 2, and I have to say, The Flash does look better than what we saw at DC Fandom. The new mask The Flash has, for me, looks incredible, and that's something I was really worried about, but it appears he will have more than one mask and suit in this film. So this looks like the final appearance for him in the film. What disconnected me from the DCEU were the reports that Warner Brothers were making it their mission to erase all of Snyder's DC films because they didn't like him. But ever since then, more reports have been circulating around about the DCEU that appear to contradict that. Now, I still don't want The Flash to erase Snyder's films, but it may do that to benefit both storylines. It means the Snyderverse can carry on at some point in the future in its own universe, and it also means the new DCEU doesn't have any restraints, like Darkseid arriving. It can just tell its story without having to change things to connect to Snyder's connected story. Now, what I don't want is for one to survive and the other to be erased and never seen again. And that goes both ways. I don't want Snyder's films to be erased and the new DCEU to live on, and I don't want the new DCEU to be erased and for the Snyderverse to live on. For me, it needs to be both. I don't think you can have a DC multiverse and not have Henry Cavill as Superman anymore. That has to happen, and the same goes for Cyborg. I think Ray Fisher killed it, and I want to see him again. But I can't lie and say that these new films don't excite me. Black Adam looks like it's gonna be epic, and will rival the fight sequences in Man of Steel. Aquaman 2 looks like it could be better than the first one, and The Flash is the only one I worry about. I hope it doesn't focus on nostalgia to carry it, and I hope it doesn't make it its mission to erase Snyder's DC films. The point is, this new teaser has made me, at the very least, interested in these movies going forward. Does that mean I'm going to be hyped about the new DCEU? No, at least not yet. That will happen if the full trailers for these films get me hyped, or when I watch the movies, I really enjoy them. Right now, I am just excited and interested to see what these movies are like. I can only really judge the films when I watch them, but my excitement or interest in them can fluctuate based on the news and trailers coming out. This doesn't mean I will stop pushing for the Snyderverse. I will still continue to push for it and make the message clear that it is to add to the multiverse and to not erase the new DCEU. That is what it has always been about, and that is what it always will be about. For me at least. I know that some of you wished the new DCEU burned to the ground and that Snyder took over DC films. Whilst I agree that Snyder did a fantastic job, I do not agree that he should be the only person making DC films. I will continue to be making Snyderverse content and update you all if there is any news. But I may create new DCEU content based on if people want to see it. This has got me interested in the new DC films, especially Black Adam, but it is up to you, so let me know in the comments below. I know that this video will annoy some people, and I know that this will probably confuse people too, but I hope you can at least understand where I am coming from. I think the new films look interesting now because I've seen more of what they are going to be about. I'm still cautious about The Flash, but overall, these new films look promising. Remember, this is simply my opinion, and I respect yours. If you still think these films look terrible and you're never going to watch them, that is fine. If it is not for you, then that's perfectly acceptable. I may agree with you once I've watched the film. I could watch them and think they are terrible and never want to watch them again. But for right now, I am excited for these films, and I'm not going to lie about it. Seeing characters like Hawkman and Dr. Fate in live action looks awesome, and I think Dwayne Johnson is going to be great as Black Adam. I think the Black Adam film will be up there as one of the strongest DC films. And I think people need to remember that I'm a DC fan first and foremost, and seeing these DC characters on screen is pretty cool. Anyway, if I keep on talking, I'm going to say the same stuff over and over again, so I'll leave you with this. The new DC teaser has got me excited for these new DC films, and I do want to talk about them. But it won't stop me from pushing for the Snyderverse or talking about the Snyderverse. It just means us DC fans have more to talk about. But that is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. I hope to see you here again soon. So until then, have a great day. Bye.